One of the old family farms. And look at all these. I've only got 2 of these in my collection, and look, they're all over the place. So I'm gonna start stacking them up, everybody. These are good jars. Water and juice. I've only got 2 of these, and I've been digging for a while. And the ones that everybody seems to like more is these green ones. Look at them. There's 2. We'll see how many we can get, everybody, in one spot here. I couldn't believe it. And I know there's on down through here. The house above me got built in the late 1940s, maybe very early 50s. There's another one. Look at all that nastiness. And there's 3. Well, I'll tell you what, not even have to do no digging, and they're coming out of the ground looking like that. Jeez. But yeah, my grandpappy or my grandmother, my great-grandmother or grandfather might have thrown these down in here. Look at them, everybody. Some of these, I know what they are. They're prune juices, because I've dug them up too with the paper label still on them. I don't even have a digger. I shouldn't put my hand up on that. It's probably poison oak. Here's another one. Oh, yes. That's looking like some kind of a canning jar right there. There's another one. They're all down through here. I can end up with 20 of them. Well, there's a half dozen here, buddy. Half a dozen of them. Take them. Let's come down in here with the digger. There's something laying in here. That's probably coffee. Coffee. Man, wouldn't it be something to find a milk bottle out of here? That'd be something. Yeah, there's another one of them jars busted. My grandfather, he didn't drink much alcohol. He wasn't that kind of a man. So I won't find alcohol in here. Any beers or anything like that. That won't be found down in here. That's not all that old. That's like 70s. Oh wow, look at this thing. Big green. Something that's unusual. That's not real old, but that's still pretty cool. Big green bottle. Different. I'm going to go on down through this holler here, and I can see there's... That's awesome. Hey everybody, I am back. Well, I didn't have to get out here today. I could have hunkered down. I've been helping an elderly family member who had he had a lot of things he needed help with, and then during these trying times, it's, you know, he don't want to go around people. A lot of my family members are self-quarantined. Those that are over the age of 65 are full of angst and worry. So I had to help. You know, if you're a person that's not going to help one another, I mean, when you need help, you know, maybe, you know, when you ask that, it'll fall upon deaf ears. So, you know, and I believe in the human condition, everybody. I'm not a very tolerant individual as far as like patience and things with foolishness. You know, I'm not that kind of a man. But I do believe in helping one another and sharing information and knowledge. I believe in science, everybody, and the propagation of it. So from now on in this channel, I'm going to help disseminate more knowledge. I think that that's where improvements could come. So moving forward, everybody, maybe not in this video, but in future videos, we're going to get a little bit more technical about things than we have been at this point. So, you know, I just thought I'd share that with you. Material right there. Some translucent Van Port. Look at that good looking stuff. Yeah. Yep, so I'm out here stomping around in the mud. What I'm going to do today, everybody, what my game plan is, was to go into that place where they're logging and walk in trails again. But what I'm starting to understand is, up on this higher ground right here, as you can see, there's a little slope to it. Well, it's drained off. So I am going to walk this field a little bit. I'm going to get off here and save my battery, and I'm going to attack it. Now, I'm surrounded by Van Port Flint Ridge chippings, Upper Mercer. Here's some really nice material. There, a little black. And let me see if of course, there's going to be some Nelly Gray, you know. You can't walk around without tripping over that stuff, so. So I'm going to go out of here, everybody, and see if we can't find something. I'll be back with you. See ya. You know, it's black as Shockton. I think there's some of this artifact missing on the back end. You can just look at the quartz seam running through it right there. It's like a little knife, if you can see the chipping work. It could have been a preform, maybe, but nonetheless, artifact. See ya. Alright, everybody, I'm back. I've got a couple of broken tips in my pocket, but I ain't yanking all that out of there. So I've got this tool here. Hopefully you can see that. It's worked in and right here. So there's all your napping. You know, it's all pressure napping is what it is, or little pressure nappings right there. And if you look on the back of it, this is the platform from where it was spalled off the mother core. Right there, you can see it. And you can literally see where it was stricken right there. So there you go. You know, it's cool, it's kind of thin. So, and a couple of broken tips, you know, can't go without finding broken stuff. Nice little flake tool there, buddy. See you. But as you can see this right here, I believe that's a graver. That little needle tip right here, that's a graver. Now for those that have not watched this channel, are not really familiar with a lot of the artifact terms, excuse me, I gotta put this in my pocket. A graver was a tool that was used to maybe engrave items that they have and or engrave their own body for the purpose of tattooing. Now that process would entail them scratching their arm with that to whatever design that they wanted for whatever reason, and then taking a paste made of, oh Lord, broken back of a knife. That's the back end of a knife. I've got about a half a dozen of those already here, buddy. But they would make a paste, and they would use crushed charcoal mixed with sterile urine, and then wipe that across the scarring that they had created, the wound essentially, and embed that homemade ink into their body and then make a lasting and permanent tattoo. So that's just one opinion. Here's the thing with all the artifacts that we all find. None of us were back there then. It's all open to interpretation. Some of it is supported by science. Some of it is just, you know, theories. So, and like, you know, pine tree. Do you really think that the early archaic Native American that was residing in Ohio called it a pine tree? Or how about the fish spear point also that I found? Do you think they called that middle to late archaic side notch a fish spear? No, they did not. So actually, right here, this is a piece of an ancient Indian campfire. This is a piece of sandstone. Sandstone is sedimentary rock. It's granulated, and when this heats up, it just crumbles. It falls apart. Now, if that was granite, not sandstone, right? If this was a hard rock, igneous, it would explode. explode. It just blow right up on you. I mean, you'd be sitting around cooking a fish and then boom, and you're blind. So, very dangerous. So they chose that. So, but without the proper education, without getting yourself into the know, you walk past that piece of burned up rock, you just keep on walking, and that's that. So, only through education and the work that these men have done, right? There's a lot of value. I mean, that's what all of this is based upon, is previous people's work. But what I'm trying to say here is that it's flawed. It's flawed. The terminologies are wrong, really, and there's no way to recover. There's no way to recover all this knowledge. It's gone. It's gone. We eradicated them, basically, forced them into white schools, and whatever knowledge that was there, we erased it. Right? We erased it. Unfortunately, it's lost. Now, right here, I'm looking probably at a really nice hammerstone. Let's pick her up, everybody. Oh, yeah. Nice. Look at this. Yeah. I'm taking that one home. That's nice. It's not all the way around. You can see right here is probably where they had their hand at. But all, 3/4 of it's like a wheel. Cool. Good one. Taking that home. I don't pick them all up, everybody. There's no way. There's no way to pick up every hammerstone I see. I get my permissions with very little effort, but I do for those people who do for me. So that's a tip for you. If you're trying to get permission, don't go in there with empty pockets, wanting something for nothing. Provide a service. Tell them you'll do a chore for them. Do you need any help from me? If you're a gardener and you like to can tomatoes or whatever, offer him some vegetables. Or, if you're a deer hunter, so, offer maybe some deer burger as a gift. That might open up the door for you. There's ways, right? There's ways. People like that. People like people, that are generous. So be generous, Offer your services. Offer labor. Be nice. Be cordial. And then you can get your foot in the door. That's how you do it, everybody. Yep. Alright, I'm going to get off here. See you. So this is why I turned the camera on. Check this out. It's made out of like a almost quartzy-like material. Man. Look at that. So far, this is my best find that I found today. I can't call that fluted, but boy, ain't that what it's looking like. So I'm right back here where I found a rework Cobb's earlier in the year. From that, I found a beveled knife form, and let me see here. I'll say that I'm within 200 yards of where I found of the same material. Everybody, that's the same material as that. It was a stemmed bifurcated point. It's made out of the same stuff, same material, same stuff. Got a little orange in it, translucent, maybe Vanport, but almost quartzy. There you go, everybody. That's a pretty good find. So I'd say that's the best one so far. I'm thinking that's a point. But when I go back here, there is no grinding or polishing to this item at all. Zilch, none. But there it is, everybody. Best one so far today. See ya. Well, you can see that I got out of the field, and this is all the farther I've got into here. But I got a nice artifact already. Look at this stuff. Look, that's gemstone quality flint. Whew, great looking stuff. Look at that. And there's, how they've napped that in right there. It's like a little uniface blade with a high medial ridge. Uniface, high medial ridge. That is the high point of this piece that comes down the center. There you go. Look at that. See you, everybody. Okay, everybody. So, right up against that tree is where I found that really nice Flint Ridge bifurcated point, right? Now, check her out. I got an arrowhead laying there, but look at this material. I mean, it is. So this is some kind of a knife, a flake knife. Tool off the flake. Could be a graver, because I see that graver spur, that spur right there, and it's all over. So, you know, science, right? Science is grounded in reason, a hypothesis, right? You know, ideas. But nonetheless, when it comes to archaeology, most of it's about context, right? Context. So, you know, point was found right there. 20 yards behind that was that, like, I think it's a fluted, like a knife. A little bit of the tip's missing off of it, but I think it's fluted. It's a fluted point, transitional paleo. By no means do I think it's Clovis, but it's definitely a point. And then this, and then look, here's fire pit laying right out, right here in the woods. So this isn't something like, oh, it's just rocks and fields or whatnot. No, right inside of the logging trail, exploded reddened sandstone done by human activity. And then, you know, the point come from over in here. Now I'm going to put this flake knife in my pocket here. Now this point I just found, it's a stem point, but it's just like those ones. I look at the base. That's no different. That is no different. I have got at least, this might be the third or fourth one of these that I've got this year. To the north of me by 3/4 of a mile, I have found at least 3 of these, maybe yeah, at least 3, maybe 2 or 3, I don't know, something like that. That's irrelevant, but nonetheless they were found. But see the base of this? It's almost like an end scraper, kinda. That's, you know, I don't know, you know, but I've been finding them. I've been finding them in this area. So this is a localized special type of an arrowhead. Stem point, is it early? I don't know. So if you have any ideas, feel free to give me your 2 cents, you know. You can see the base. I'll put it out here so you see that. It's just like the other ones, just like them. It's full. I mean, it's beat up a little bit, but stem point, everybody. Stem point. See you. Hey, everybody, got my day maker. I only saw this much of it. That much of this thing, and yanked her up on out of there. Nice point. It's another stem point. It's made out of gem grade. Look at that. Is cool. I think that's where iron, you know, a part right there had leached out. Could be fire pops, everybody. I'm seeing one right here. These are possible. I don't know. Maybe fire pops, because there's one. See them? I mean, there may be a couple of them on this side. One along the edge, one dead center at the top. And there's another one right there. Pink. I mean, just gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Man, I'm so glad. You know, hey, thanks a lot. Hey. Yep, because people need to know. Look at this, beautiful. You know, it's just mixed in with, you know, blue, white, Nelly gray. But people need to know, so I'm working on something. I have some ideas and some theories myself, and I'm in the process of working out these things. And when I feel like it's ready, then I'll start my work on the paper. And then I'll have it published. I'll go forward with it. Maybe through an Ohio Archaeological magazine or something like that. Or maybe I'll go to somebody outright in the state or involved in academia. But nonetheless, I'm going to reveal a lot of knowledge to the world when it's time. Because that's what I'm working on. There's things I want to. There's things I'm working on. I'll just leave it at that. I can't say any more because, right? Intellectual property, everybody. Intellectual property. So, when it's time, I'll come forward. But all right, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get back on the hunt hardcore. But, you know, like I'm saying, it's just more of the same. Flint Ridge, black, gray, all over. All over. That's broken, right? That was a broken artifact right there. Okay, everybody, back at it. See you. Well, everybody, I did not record when I seen this. Some awful words come out of there. Not real awful, but children wouldn't want to have heard it. So let's walk up on this bad boy. So here it is. I was walking through there. Now the original trail had stopped. Okay, so I got off of it kind of because it came to an end. I worked my way along every tree and open piece of ground that I saw. I come into here, saw more of a logging trail. Now this one's like very old. You can see at least back in the summer because this fall leaf fall fell on it, right? And it's been undisturbed. I saw this stump. Now I didn't see a whole lot of dirt on this. But, you know, it's right, it's a possible. You don't know. So I was looking at it, and I just lurched around and walked all the way around right here. Look at that bifurcated Nelly Gray. That's heat treated as well. I've not touched it yet. This point right here is about probably 7,500 years old. I will be the first man to have touched it in thousands of years. Look at the, look at the needle tip on that. Oh, yes. So, I mean, this is probably the fourth arrowhead I think I have for today. Four of them. Well, this beats that Flint Ridge one is nice. Not that nice. Look at needle tip, perfect, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, golly. Now, for all those that are skeptics, all right, let's entertain this idea. You see that? See, there's a difference in the color. You want to know why? Because this thing's been flipped over so long, it's been gathering. Let me see here. I'm trying to see where I grabbed it. Well, anyways. It picked up the moisture, right? That's why it looked like that. Now this one, not going into the pocket with everything else. It is very delicate. This is maybe a dart, kind of a dart for the form. We'll say Lake Erie type. And this is the second bifurcated point that I found in this woods on a logging trail. Point number 2 that was bifurcated there, buddy. Success, success, success. A good day. Another ancient find. And a step forward in my project towards finding out. I'm trying to find out travel patterns, everybody, for the Clovis, transitional paleo, and early archaic peoples that came to my county. And how this little journey got started was my own curiosity about my own neighborhood, which is just littered with Indian activity. I can walk out of my front door, and I'm the sole individual that has hunting permission for all these properties, and just slay it. But I've always wondered why. Why is this? Why off the kind of the beaten paths was it the way it is? Well, I've gained a lot of ideas. And through the process of research and field work and hunting, I'm getting closer, everybody. I'm getting closer to writing that paper. Every time I find things like this, and this is completing the story, right? Completing the story. So that's how it was there. You can see it's a little different on this side. That's just too awesome, everybody. What a piece. That one's going over here. Man, I don't think so fragile. I don't want to put it with nothing. Smoker. Day maker, everybody. There it is. That's best point of the day. Nelly Gray. Yep. Wow. See ya.